Okay, so in section 5, we are learning counting and fraction, right? We actually we can do the count and fraction via logical test, right? So we have a condition called D align equal to good, right? So if we execute this expression, it will actually produce a logical vector, isn't it? Because this is a logical operator, right? So this logical operator would test this character vector, see whether it is equal to good. So whenever it's good, it will be a true. If it's not good, it will be a false, right? So this expression is actually will produce a logical vector, right? So if we want to count the number of true, we simply do a sum, right? If you do a sum, then a logical vector, whatever is the true, it will be counted as 1. And whatever is false, it will be counted as 0, right? So you simply do a sum, then you can count the number of good people like this, right? So the easiest way to do counting is to specify whatever you want to count in a logical expression, right? And then do a sum. Okay? You get me? Okay. Now sometimes we don't want to know the count. We want to know the fraction, right? We want to know how many percent of this character are good, right? Sometimes we want to know the fraction. So if you want to do the fraction, still you can use a logical condition, right? But instead of doing sum, you can do mean. Okay? Okay? Mean. Because in a logical vector, whatever is true will be treated as 1. Whatever is false will be treated as 0, right? So if we want to know the fraction, if we want to know the proportion of true, we simply do a mean, right? So we can say that 43.83% of all of these characters are good. You get me? Right? So you can, by combining logical test and mean and sum, you can count, or you can get the fraction of whatever condition you can specify, isn't it? Right? So this is easy, isn't it? And then sometimes we don't want to just do a simple count. We want to count, right? For example, like D align, right? We already know that we can use table to count every different distinct value, right? We have a command called table, right? Applying table, you will count every distinct value. Okay? So, but how about proportion? How about fraction? If we want to know how many percent of people are bad, good, neutral, then we can pipe this table into a thing called proportional table. Okay? Now, proportional table means it will convert the counts into fractions. You know what I mean? This is the count, right? So if I want to convert this count into fraction, right? We can pipe the table into proportional table. Proportional table by itself is a function, right? That you would like just convert this number into fraction. So we have 40% of bad people, 33% of good people, and like about 16% of neutral. You get me? Okay. So in this way, you only see the percentage of good people, right? So if for some reason you want to see the percentage of every different kind, then you do a proportional table, right? On table, then you see this, right? So, but actually, you can do even better, right? In this table function, you actually can put more than one vector within the table. For example, I want to see the align and also sex. Okay? If you want to do, if you put two vector, you will see a table like this. Okay? Here is good, neutral, bad, because this is the line, right? And here I have female, male, because this is sex. Okay? So every combination, good female, good male, neutral female, neutral male, bad female, bad male, right? You would sort of like count every combination of these two different variables. You get my point? Okay? So with table, you can actually do a contingent table. This is what we mean. There's a terminology called contingent table, right? So every combine.
Is it possible to show fraction in table but without conversion?
You want to do
To show fraction in table, but I don't want to do conversion. I don't want to use prop.table function. Is it possible?
yes, you can do that. Yes, you can do that. Let's see how we can do that. Okay. This is where we are, right? Okay. So for some reason, if I want to convert this counts into fraction, right? What can I do? Maybe I can just divide it with isn't it? So if I divide it, sorry, man, this bracketing software is like killing me. Okay,
Okay.
so whoa, it didn't work. So I guess the best way is to like, right, just to uh, I guess the best way is still using the so what is the problem? Yeah, so maybe I can do that. Let me try it again. See, you convert to fraction already, right? So that is the beauty of R, right? So you can now actually doing this is exactly the same as like piping the table into it is the same, right? Isn't it? Okay. So so basically you can, if you simply want to convert all of the 6 number into proportion, you just pipe the things into proportional table, right? So you would basically convert into fraction. But now, the proportional table actually can take an argument, okay? Let's go back to here. This proportional table actually can take an argument, right? Okay? If you do not give it an argument, the default is to do a fraction on all of this number. But if I put an argument margin equal to 1, then it would actually do a fraction on this direction, on the raw direction. So if you add up all of this thing, it would equal to 1, right? because they are using all of the number to do fraction. Okay? But sometimes you want to do fraction in this direction. See? If I put argument 1 in a proportional table, it would do fraction in this direction. So in which means in good people we have 40% of female and 60% of male. But in neutral, it's in bad we have about 23% of female and 76% of male. This is what we call conditional probability, isn't it? So, mean that when you do proportional table, you can do it on the entire table, and you can do it in this direction. When you do it in the row direction, the number in every row would add up to 1, right? Okay? If we put 1, then in the row, each row would add up to 1, right? And it is used to see that if I ask you how many percentage of bad people are female. So if you want to answer the question like this, how many percent of bad people are female? Then you cannot see this, right? You should see this because I'm asking you how many bad people are female, right? So the proportion must be built on bad people, isn't it? I'm asking you how many percent of bad people are female. So the proportion is not doing on all people. The proportion should be due on the bad people, isn't it? Right? So that's why we want to put the proportion 1, right? When we do proportion 1, then the proportion is on this direction. So if I ask you, how many neutral people are male? Can you tell from this table? Yeah. It's here, right? Isn't it? So, how many good people are female? Yes, it's number, right? Okay. So sometimes the questions are different, right? Sometimes you want to do a proportional table in this direction. Okay. If I want to ask you how many female are bad, how many percentage of female are bad, right? You need to do proportional table you need to do proportion in this direction, isn't it? Right? If I want to answer, because if I do proportional table in this direction, all of these 3 figures will add up to 1, right? All of these 3 figures add up to 1. So in this table, you can tell how many male, what proportion of male are bad. Can you tell? What proportion of male are bad? Because we are doing proportion based on sex, isn't it? Right? So I can tell how many percentage of male are good, how many percentage of male are neutral, how many percentage of males are bad, isn't it? Right? Because this proportion is actually, right, proportion on male, only on male, right? So I can tell that 40% of male are good, 45% of male are bad, right? And 15% of male are neutral. Okay? So now from this table, can we answer how many female are, what percentage of female are bad? Can you tell? Say louder. Yeah, 28 that 50. Okay? So let's do some some. So we already have some practice, right? Okay. So let's have some fun. Okay. you use Kahoot, right? You use Kahoot. Okay. So before we do the competition, let me do some rearrangement. Okay. Because team one only have 2 people, right? Where is team one now? It's here, right? But team 2 and team 3, you have 4 people. So can we do some rearrangement, because otherwise it would be very imbalanced. Team 3 only have 3. No, sorry, team 2 and team 4 has 4 people, right? So can you like, is there anyone want to join team 1? Or I will give you the choice to like select 1 people from team 2 or team 5 or team 4. Okay? Can you do that?
Only this class or
No, we will do that for the rest of the class. Can you make the decision right now? So Nick and Yan Yitin, yeah, do you want to like pick up a person from team 2 or team 4? Can you stand up, team 2 and team 4? So they can do a draft. Okay? Team 2 and team 4, would you please stand up? Now you can do a draft. Okay? You can pick okay, so you are so you are 黄 sorry? So I can see your name. Oh, I saw it. You are in team 2, right? Huang Yiwei. So Tia, can you like do the do the change, okay? So that's good. So you 3 is already sitting together, right? Okay, let's do Kahoot. So go to Kahoot. Well, you can actually do it in your cell phone if you like to. But now every group just look in once, okay? Just use group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4. Not everyone, okay? I want to do this exercise by group, okay? So every group please get together. So we in this exercise you do not need to do any programming, okay? Whatever you need is already on the notebook, okay? It's already on this table, okay? All of the information you need is already on the 5.2 section already, okay? You just need to pick up the right answer, right? Okay? I need to log in, right? What? What?喂？对不起，我在上课。How can I do it? So hey, how can I do it? I want to like play it. Yeah, sure. Okay, wait a second. You should see a Kahoot pin number, right? What? What is the problem? Okay. Okay, so I will wait for you to log in, right? Log in as your group number, group G1, G2, G3, G4. Okay, everyone is in, right? Okay. Let me say it again. In this exercise, you do not need to write program. Just use the data in section 5.2. Okay. It's easy, right? Need help? If you need help, you can raise your hand. Maybe some of our TA can go help. Okay. Next one. Well, okay, so we have everyone. Everyone get the point, right? Okay. So group 3 is the so we want to see the fraction of bad, okay, among all, right? We want to see the fraction of bad. Oh, okay. Wow. So among all, right? What is the fraction of bad male? Among all, what is the fraction of bad male? Whoa. So be careful, right? Be careful. Uh, Now this is conditional probability, right? Among male, what is the fraction of bad? Okay? Among male, what is the fraction of bad? Wow. It's very, very easy to make mistake, right? So among bad, what fraction of character are male? Whoa, this time everyone get the right answer. So you are learning, right? Wow, these two team is very close, right? So we have two more. We have two more. So which gender has more neutral people? We just want to see the count, right? We just want to see the count. Which gender has more neutral people? Okay, this one is easy. Okay. Last one. It's true or false? Is female more likely to be neutral? What's what? What's the problem?
I think we all looked at the number of.
Yeah, I'm asking more likely, right?
Yeah, we were supposed to look at the percentages and see which percentages.
Yeah. Let's review this problem again. Okay. So this is the third phrase. So the second phrase. And the first phrase is team one. Good. So so we have a prize, right? Team one. So those who not win the prize, you have another chance later on, okay? You have another chance. Let's take a look at the. You can get the prize now. Get the prize. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to see. In the last question, I asked, is female more likely to be neutral? Right? That is the question, right? Is female more likely to be neutral? So, what we mean likely, we mean the probability, right? So what is the probability that female is neutral? Which one should we check? Let me go to here. It's easier, I think.
Prop table 1.
This one. Which one should we use? I mean, within female, what is the fraction of neutral, right? That is the, being female, what is the probability of neutral, isn't it? What is the fraction of neutral? So which table should we use? Yeah, this one, right? So female has 18% of being neutral. How about male?
Only 14.
Yeah, it's 14. So female is more likely, right? It has a higher probability of being neutral, isn't it? Right? So Now this proportional table not only can like make you do the proportion, it's also easier to make comparison, right? So when I mean easier, it is also confusing, isn't it? It's not, right? Uh, Doing a proportional table, it's like it gives you a lot of information in the table, right? But it's very easy that you pick up the wrong answer, isn't it? You already have the experience, right? Right? Okay. So you get the point, right? Anyone want to raise some question that you do the wrong answer and you want to like any other question? We only have 15 minutes. Let's go on. Let's move on. Okay. Okay. Let's move on. So that's round one. We also have round two. Okay. Now, now in section six. Now this is actually, I think, the last section that we can do in today's class. Now, this is just like doing table, right? So actually, when you try to answer the question like, is female more likely to be neutral? You answer this question. The problem is there are too many data, right? And it's very easy that you pick out the wrong item, right? So actually, there's a better way than doing table and proportional table. We have the other command called tapply. Okay. So tapply is the table is an important command. Tapply is also very important. So this is what tapply do. It will apply function to this vector by group. Okay. For example, if we want to count the number of neutral by sex, okay? We already know that, right? If we do a sum on this logical expression, we can count the number of neutral, isn't it? Now I want to count the number of neutral by sex, okay? Unfortunately, the order is like, the by something is in the middle, okay? Okay. So I want to sum, right? I want to count the number of neutral by sex. Then I can do tapply, okay? Now, we can do count. We can also do fraction, isn't it? Right? So I can actually by doing this, I can actually do the fraction of neutral by sex, right? Isn't it? Because this thing is like neutral, right? And then I can do a mean on the neutral is actually the fraction of neutral, right? And I want to see the fraction of neutral by sex. And this is exactly what you need to answer the last question, isn't it? Isn't it? This is exactly the data you need to answer the last question, right? Because you want to know the fraction of neutral by sex, right? Okay, so let's do some practice. What is the fraction of female in each hair color? Let's go back to RStudio. How do we want to do that? Now, let me now the way to do tapply, okay? There are some hints. To do tapply, the first thing you need to do is to type tapply, okay? This is the first thing you need to do, okay? And the second thing you need to do is like, we want to know the fraction of bad, right? We want to know the fraction of bad. So we want to test. Isn't it? Right? And we want to know the fraction, so we want to apply means on it. Sorry, this should be do it right. Okay? We want to do the fraction of bad. Did I do it right? Sorry, I'm putting it on the wrong place. Should be here. Sorry. Okay, so we want to know the fraction of female. So this should be sex equal to. So this is the fraction of female, right? And I want to do it by hair color, right? So I just put see, this is the fraction of female in every hair color. Okay? Now if we want to now this one, let's do it together, right? Now I want to count the number of female, right? Okay. I want to count the number of female, so the function should be. This is min is for fraction, right? So which function is for count? Yeah, say louder. Say louder. You are right, say louder. Sum, right? Right? So sum of female by eye color, isn't it? In each eye color, right? So we have eye here. Okay? So these are the count of female by eye color. You see that? Okay? Okay? Now let's do some practice. This is the Kahoot round 2. Okay? Now in this section, you really need to do some programming, right? So get into the RStudio and get ready, okay? Now this is the pin number. You need to do programming, okay? By using maybe tapply or table, or right? Not only tapply, you also need to use tapply and table and proportional table. You need to do it together. Okay. Where is group 1 and group 4? Okay, ready? Okay, let's get started. Oh, sorry. Let's do it again. I should play this one, right? Sorry, you need to log in again. Group 3. Okay, get ready. We want to know the fraction of male, right? In blue eye color. Okay. You actually can calculate the fraction of male in every eye color, right? You just look into the blue things, right? It'll be easier, right? The fraction of male by eye color, then you can pick up the blue one, right? Okay. Huh? How comes it? Is it the same thing? Should be the number, right? The count. Right now we are talking about the count. This is wrong, right? This is the count, right? What? What happened? Okay, so this is the count, right? This is the count, not fraction. Okay. The fraction of life in male, right? We want to test we want to calculate the fraction of being alive. Alive equal to living, right? In male. So be careful, right? It's very easy to make mistake. What? So only one team get the right answer. Let's go back to this one. Let's just stop for a while, okay? So what is the question? Can you say the question again? I think I can see it, right?
The fraction that male is alive.
Oh, sorry. It's quiz 3, right? Quiz 3. So it's what is the fraction of alive in male, right? So we want to see. I think like the fraction of alive. Isn't it? So male is like 7071. Is the answer right? Right, 7071. So the answer is right. For some reason you all make mistake. Why? What have you done? Okay?
We thought it's about male that live.
We are testing for the fraction of alive, right?
Well, English is not.
Yeah, by sex, isn't it? Okay, so be careful. Let's continue, okay? Which align is more likely to stay alive? Good, bad, or neutral? What align is more likely to stay alive? So you want to see the fraction of living by a line, right? To answer this question, you need to calculate the fraction of living by a line, isn't it? So you can tell which one is more likely to stay alive. Oh. Oh, we have a little bit difficult, right? A little bit difficult. We want to see. I say to answer this question, you need to calculate the fraction of being alive by a line, isn't it? Right? The fraction of being living by a line, right? So we are talking about this, right? Right? So which fraction, which line is more likely to stay alive? It's actually the good guys, isn't it? Right? It's actually the good guys. Okay, we have 3 more. Sorry, we already overrun the time, but let's finish this, right? Now, to answer this question, you need to you want to see the fraction of hair color, right? So, for bad people, so this cannot be answered by T applied, let me tell you. Right? This thing cannot be answered by T applied. So you need to do like table and proportion. And an alternative is like you is to subset the bad people, right, into a subset. Wow, so you actually no one get the right answer. Let me do it together, okay? We are overrunning the time, but let's finish it, okay? So I'm asking. So I want to calculate the fraction of hair colors of bad people, right? This is what we want to do, right? We want to calculate the fraction of hair colors, the fractions of each hair color for bad, isn't it? Right? So so one way of doing it is we can define a thing called bad, right? Where we subset the sorry. So we define a subset called bad, and then we can actually do. Now this is the right. This is the hair color, the distribution of hair color of bad guys, right? But we want to know the proportion, isn't it? So we change it into proportion, right? So you just need to right. You just have to right do the matching, right? Okay. Let's see. It's wrong, right? So black color 3042, but the black colors is actually no, it's not 3042, right? It's 3090, right? Okay? Okay, so ready for the next one? Okay. The last one, okay. So this is actually, you need to do two things, right? You need to see among the bad people, you need to see the most likely eye color, and you need to see the most likely hair color. You need two comments, right? You need two comments to answer these two separate questions. And you have better subset the bad guys, right? So if you already subset the bad guys, it would be easier to answer what is the most likely eye color and most likely hair color in the bats. So you can subset the bats, and then you can like use table to see the right, or use proportional table to see the probability. Well, so still have some wrong answers, right? So let's see, let's solve it together, okay? Now, since we already defined the bets, right? So actually, you can, we already have the answer for this is hair color, right? Because we are talking about the most likely, right? So better put it on sort, isn't it? Right? So the most likely hair color is black, right? And then the most likely eye color, right, is the most likely eye color is blue, isn't it? Right? Okay. So sometimes you need to use table. Sometimes you need to use t-apply, right? You need to like use it intermittently. Now, let's see who is the winner. Group 3. So group 3 you won twice, right?
No, we're group 1.
Okay, you're group 1. So where's group 3? Okay, good. Right, so we already have some fun, okay? So if you need to leave, you can like.
I have class, sorry.
Okay, yeah. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
So we have prize for the first two play? Okay. Alright, so those who do not win any prize do not be sad, right? It's for fun, right? It's for fun. Now, today we learned some very useful functions in R, right? We learned how to observe the value of the variable, how to observe the values of numeric, as well as categorical variable, right? And we learned two very useful functions, table and t-apply, okay? Table and t-apply. Now we already, see, we are behind the schedule like a lot, right? But don't worry about that. I want to make sure that this course is kind of like a introductory to programming, right? So I want you to feel that programming is fun, right? Okay? So we already have some fun. So but let's look at the assignment, right? Let's look at the homework assignment this week. Next week we will have more fun, okay? And in order to have the fun, you need to do some preparation, okay? Uh, where is the... Now this is the unit unit page, right? So if you scroll down, you will see the homework assignment here. Now I want you to like, we have not finished unit 2C yet, okay? There's some more thing on 2C, but for those that we have already finished, I want you to annotate and and upload to this place, okay? Okay. For whatever we have finished, right? I want you to like annotate your notebook and like, this is your personal assignment, right? So if you follow the course this far, you should already finish it, right? I just want you to get used to the notebook things, right? Okay. So knit it and upload it. And then we have group assignments, right? Now, the group assignment is, we actually have a YouTube playlist, okay? So in this week's homework assignment, now, the playlist is like, I think in together they are about like 25 minutes also, right? Okay. Actually, this playlist is composed of 3 videos, and they are mapping to they're actually mapping to this assignment notebooks, okay? In each of this notebook, there's a data set, okay? For example, the first one is digital detective, okay? And this is talking about the vehicle thief, stolen car, actually, the event of stolen car in Chicago City, right? It's a large data set about the event of stolen car, okay? And the second data set is stock market, okay? Stock price for IBM, GE, P&G, Coca-Cola, and Boeing, okay? And the third thing is actually census data, okay? Census data. In our speed, I do not expect that you can like, we can finish all of them in one shot, okay? But I want you to like, now each one of this video will give you some hint about how to do this assignment, okay? So in each of this assignment, there is a video to help you, okay? So I want you to watch the video, right, and get together, try to answer the question in each of these assignments, right? Just do your best, right? I do not expect that you can finish everything, okay? But I want you to like do whatever you can, okay? This week, okay? And next week, I will do this homework assignment in the classroom, okay? And I will do cold call, right? For each of the questions, I will call you to answer the question. You get my point? Okay? So this week, I want you to like look into the playlist and try to answer the question in each of these assignments, right? And next week, we will play with this data together. Is that okay? You got the point, right?
So we don't need to upload the homework.
Upload the homework if you want to, okay? No, upload the homework, okay? You don't need to answer everything, right? Just do whatever you can. For the thing that you cannot, just actually each of this where am I? Actually, each of this uh, assignment notebook is knittable. For example, census data. So the notebook is knittable by itself. Okay. So just try to finish whatever you can finish, and upload a version of it, right? I just want to make sure that you do get together and do some homework, okay? Okay. Now, if you have problem doing the homework, remember that we have 2 TA sessions, right? One is in, where is that? Go to the the class front page, and you will see that we have 2 sessions, right? Wednesday evening, and also Friday afternoon, right? In different place, okay? So have fun, and let's catch up, right? Because we we have a lot to get. Oh, sorry, we have a lot to catch up. So along the way, you will learn, right? I believe that in this path, now by the end of the semester, you can already use data to do a lot of things, like you have done today. Okay, okay. So, okay, that's for today. Thanks for your time, and I will see you next week. Maybe I will see you in the TA session if you go there. I will also attend this TA session. Okay. Okay, so that's for today. Class dismissed. And I can turn up this.